This video is going to be about how to set up your swivel. So the first thing that you need to know is that we have two different types of swivels that we hand out here with OTE. So the way that you find out which kind of swivel that you have is inside of your swivel bag. There is a barcode, and underneath that barcode it'll have OTE and the number of your swivel, and then it'll have OTE swivel first generation or C series. So the first one we're going to talk about today is the first generation. So with the first generation swivel, the first step to do is first know what is in your bag. So you need your swivel base, you need your attachments, your audio cord, which looks a lot like an aux cord, your charger, the marker, which is housed in the back of our swivel. So if you lift this up, there's the marker, and the marker lanyard. Okay, so the first thing is that you need to figure out which attachment you need to use for the device that you're using. So what you do is you take your swivel base and you push this grip holder right here. You push it over and it'll come right out. If you're pushing the wrong direction, it won't budge, so try the other direction and it should come out. And then you find which attachment fits your device. So like here's my phone and this one fits snugly, but it is not like, I don't have to force it in. So this one will work great. So what you do is you line them up to where on each side you have the curved edge with the curved edge and the straight edge with the straight edge, and you just slide it right in. Like that. And then when you look on the inside, it's all straight and good and nice. Okay? And then you just put it back in the way that it came out. So you kind of have to, like I slid it in and then it kind of pulls itself up because there's little things that help it lock in place. And then you just push it over to where it's all the way flush against this side and this side. And that's how you figure out which grip holder insert you need. And then the next thing to show you is most of the time our bases and our markers are not charged. So the charger that you have for the first generation is going to go in where the mic is. So it's this last slot right here on the back of the base. And it has like a little picture of a microphone above it, and that's where the charger goes. When you are charging the base, if your marker is in the housing, it's also charging the marker. So we need to go over the lights that are going to be flashing on the back. So there is a little lightning bolt right in the middle of the back of the base, and this light will flash different colors based on what is happening. So if this light is flashing green, then that means that the base itself is charging. If it's flashing red, then that means the base is already fully charged, but the marker on the inside is charging. If it is flashing red and green, that means both the base and the marker are charging. And if it's solid green with no flashing, then that means that everything is charged and you're ready to go. So the next thing that we need to talk about is how to put your marker in your lanyard. So with the first generation, your mic is on the end of your marker. So the shiny part of your marker, and then there'll be a little grate where your mic is. So you need to make sure that that mic is pointed out. And so it doesn't need to be up against this, otherwise you'll have some weird sounds. So you need to take your marker and you need to slide it into the lanyard. Don't try and push it in because you'll end up messing up your marker. So just slide it right in. Okay? And then your power button is on the side of your marker. And if you're wearing this marker, then you can also start and stop recording by this red button. And then the next thing that you need to do is you need to get the Swivl app. And so the Swivl app will take you straight through what you need to do, what buttons you need to press to pair your marker with your base and to get your base connected to your device. And then if you're having any problems, on the Swivl app, there on the bottom, it has different options. And if you press the robot option on the very bottom of that page, there's a whole troubleshooting page for that swivel. So that's all for the first generation swivel. So we'll go ahead and move on to the C series swivel. So the C series swivel is not too much different. It's just a little bit. So included in your C-Series swivel is the base and the marker. So the marker on the C-Swivel, or on the C-Series, you can see on the top. You'll have two different audio cords. So this audio cord right here is for an Apple device. It has the lightning cable. And this cord right here is for an Android or a Samsung tablet or phone. And so you have two different options there. You'll have your charging block, and our charger is disconnected from the charging block. So you just plug it in here, just like that. And then you have your attachments for the grip to go on your device, and you have your marker lanyard. Okay, this marker lanyard just has a little cord at the end. Okay, so the first thing that you need to do with your swivel is you need to decide which attachment that you need. So with using my phone as a reference, you want to fit it into the base attachment, and it just fit in snugly without having to force it. So this one right here fit perfectly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the base and you push on this grip holder to the side. It's a little difficult. There we go. And it'll click out and then it'll come out. Okay, so if you're pushing one way, just like I was pushing one way and it wasn't that way. So it's not going to budge. So you just push the other way and it should click right out. And then you take and you line up your attachment to fit in the grip, because obviously you can see that there's a hole right here in the grip holder. So you take this and you line it up. So I have the curved edge with the curved edge and the straight edge with the straight edge, and it just slides right in. And it will be flush on the inside, and that's how you know that you put it in right. And it'll be flush right here on the back side. And then you just take it and you slide it right back in. And you just make sure that it's flush with both sides to make sure it's secure. And then the next thing we'll talk about is how to charge this, because you will have to charge this probably whenever you first get it. Most of the time our swivels and our markers don't have enough charge to go ahead and start pairing. So you're going to plug in the charger, and there is a USB port and the charging port here on the bottom on the gray part at the back of the base. And so you'll put the charger in here. And on this one, the C-Series swivel is a little bit different, and it has a light to tell you if the marker is charged and a light to tell you if the base is charged. So if it is flashing green, that means it is charging, and if it's solid green, then that means it is charged. And then on the next step that you would do is you would put your lanyard on your marker. And so what you do is there's a little bar at the top of this. And the way I like to explain this to people is it's kind of like the little cell phone charms that used to go on the bottom of cell phones, which is probably dating myself. But you put it around this little bar right here at the bottom, and then you just tie it off. And so it'll hang just like this from the bottom. And to turn it on, it has a power button, and then you can also stop and start recording with the red button. And I think that's all that you need to know for the C-Series swivel. You just need, if you have any problems or anything that you don't know how to sync it or anything like that, the app should automatically walk you through all of that. And if you're having any problems after that, then if you go to the bottom on the app, there is a part for it'll say robot, and it'll have a little image of a swivel, and you just click that, and at the bottom of that page, there's troubleshooting. So that way it should be able to walk you through anything that you need. And then the last thing that I need to tell you about is how to attach your swivel to the tripod if you need to. So all you do is you take the mount off the tripod, and you just would take this pull tab and you pull it up. And with this pull tab, you then just take it and you screw it into the bottom of your swivel. So just make sure you keep going until it's all the way tight. And then the thing with the swivel is that it doesn't really matter if this is straight or not, because the swivel will track you. So just screw it into where it's tight and then put it on the top top of your tripod, and it will go and turn the way that it needs to turn. And I think that's it, all you need for your swivel. Thank you.